going on, people? This is where you want to be. Welcome to Spiritual Needs TV. Thank you for joining me today for another episode of A Chat with Cortez and Jay. And in this episode, we have got for you Pamela Swan. She comes from America and she is here to share with us her stories. She was kidnapped when she was little at the age of 4. She saved her sister's life when she was ODing in a club one time. And she also navigated someone that had passed over to try and solve a crime. Now this woman is out of this world and we enjoyed every moment of this interview. I hope you lot enjoy it too, and remember, hit that like and subscribe button as it helps this channel grow and it helps me be able to give you this sort of information out. We love you guys. Namaste.
Have you always been spiritually aware, Pamela, or was there a point in your life where you could say that you had an awakening which changed the perspective of...
when I was 7, I wanted to be a saint.
Okay.
I was 5. I started my first time I was a vegetarian. I was 5 years old when I started that.
Really? 5 years old?
Well, see, that's great.
It is great.
I used to spend every day digging bugs out of our pool, or frogs, or lizards, saving animals and stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like...
You had a... Did you have I guess when we get older, we just sort of have that feeling in our gut that go, we don't accept or we don't accept anything in those kind of things in our life. Did you have that at age 5, you thought? Or did you... What sort of got you to that? Did you just see it and go, no, don't like it and I'm not going to like it ever again?
I don't know. It was weird, you know, because like most starseeds, I grew up in one of them situations. You know what I mean? It was like, my life was really crazy. I was kidnapped at 4 by a serial killer clown. You know, I mean, like everybody's got that, right? You know?
Are you
What do you mean?
I got kidnapped at age 4. It's like it was like I was watched my whole life. It was like everybody thought I was paranoid, you know.
Yeah.
But there have been certain kidnapping attempts and everything. But it's finally, that's all over with. Because certain starseeds, let's just say there's a certain back group or whatever you want to call them, they don't want certain starseeds to really succeed, and they got like your number.
How are you dealing with that?
I just do it, you know. It's just, I fall apart and it's like I can't quit. I don't know how to fucking... And you know, it is like, you know, like a while back, it's like, I would like, go to the grocery store and people would just like get possessed right in front of me and stuff, right? And they would say weird shit. Many just walking to the grocery store right by the house and everything. And it's just, but it was like, it made it more exciting, and it put me in a state of fear, you know.
Oh,
but then
how old were you when you had these? Sorry, how old were you when you had these? Did you have them when you were younger, or did you start when you were a teenager?
It started when I was 4 years old at first.
Oh, it started when you were 4. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was remote viewing it for, I think I was probably MK Ultra, or, you know, because I got weird, you know, memories coming back. But it's like, I don't focus on that. I just focus on the, you know, just like, it's not, let's just say the light hasn't won yet, you know?
Yeah. Well, you're doing a great job. Well, I mean, it's fascinating what you just said, you know, I mean, this is why we're doing what we're doing, because there's so many fascinating people that need to hear these stories, you know.
100%, Jay.
You know, it's like, because it's like me, it's like I used to, I mean, in the 1970s, you see, I was 15, 16, 17 years old, standing by the phone waiting to be activated, because I was blocked from everything for so much. But it's like I just knew, because I was always very psychic.
This is what I mean. Back then, this sort of stuff wasn't really talked about. So you must have felt so alone back then, Pam. How did it feel being so spiritually aware back in a time when everyone was literally asleep?
Well, my dad kind of woke up for a while. Like, I triggered him when he was 7, and then he was a major alcoholic. Then I triggered him. He quit drinking, and next thing you know, we're going to New Age. This was in California in the 70s. So we were going to, like, I guess you would call it the New Age. It was like spiritual churches and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we were going a couple times a week, and I was 10, 11, 12 years old. So I was young when I first started with all that. You know, but it's like, but my dad, all of a sudden, he had all this wisdom coming in. And I literally had training from him on certain subjects, you know. But it was like I was unaware to a lot of this stuff. You know what I mean?
So do you think you've I guess in a lot of us have, I mean, say talking about myself, I mean, I've done this all my life, but I didn't really come aware of it till probably, I don't know, even 6 to 12 months ago. Actually, no, 18 months ago, say, right? But we do all our pre-work and then we go through that spiritual awakening, or, you know, I call it the spiritual break. I call it the spiritual breakdown, if you want to put it that way. Did you ever feel anything like that at all because of what you're going through? I mean, you went through it at a really, really young age, and I think we all do. But you sound like you were aware at age 4, which I could guarantee you I was not.
Same.
Yeah. Well, like, you know, it's like I grew up in a household that was aware. We had all kinds of books available to us. My dad was an avid reader, and he was always buying off the wall books. So we literally had, oh my God, we had an occult section of books. So if you understand about anything, A to Z occult, you know, that's everything pretty much. And so we had black magic books. I never picked up the magic books because I just, you know, but I had a brother, he liked to practice that dark shit. You know, and it was like, it was always.
Can I ask if you actually read about it at all? The dark stuff? Have you read about the dark stuff? Because I know when,
I mean, that, you know what, my whole life has been kind of dark, so I'm already aware of it. I'm well aware of it, you know, because I've been to some stuff when I was kidnapped before, and it's kind of playing out in the big stage today. But this wasn't.
When you say you were kidnapped, Pam, was this by someone you knew, or was this by a stranger, or do you mind explaining your story to the viewers, just so they are up to date with what you mean by?
He was dressed up as a clown. He was just dressed up as a clown outside the school, and I don't know. And then the next thing you know, I remember I'm at his place, and then I'm home again. I was just bored, you know, and I think I blocked out stuff, you know.
Are you starting to remember now, or did you always remember this?
It was in 2000. It was like 2010. I had like a remembrance and something, and it wasn't a good one. It was not good, you know. It wasn't a good one. It was basically, I think I pretty much I witnessed him cooking a kid. I mean, how else to say it? You know what I mean? I was young, and you have ways of protecting yourself. And I was already getting abused anyway. You know what I mean? There was already abuse going on in the house or whatever, and next, you know, at the neighbors or whatever you want to call it. So I was already damaged. So it was just easy for me to play it off, you know?
Yes.
And it's like, I can throw myself into I could throw myself into a trance.
You got a great attitude on everything, seriously.
Such a great attitude, isn't it, Jay?
Unreal.
Honestly, Pam. You know what? God, sorry.
I'm in this to win it, you know?
Man, I'll tell you why. This is exactly what I just said. This is the kind of stuff we want to show to the community, because you're an amazing lady.
100%.
I mean, people need to hear this, because look at your attitude. It's just absolutely inspiring. Let's be honest. My journey is written in poetry of the thoughts that came out. There's absolutely no, I guess there's no continuancy, I guess is the word I'm looking at. There's no flow to it. It's what happened on the day. So I might be talking about a train one day, but I might be talking about a mouse another day. But that's what you got to do. You just got to go with what you feel. And I knew that doing that would bring people together. So that's where you could go in. You could go and write something. Mate, you're amazing. You just have to find your channel of how you're going to express yourself.
Yeah. Did you used to do ghost hunting, Pam?
I didn't have to go ghost hunting. They found me.
You're coming with me. Hey, we've got a few prisons down here. I think you've got to come with me. We've got some really good prisons here who have a lot of. There's a couple of really good prisons which have a lot of stories about, the first settlers and all the really, we'll call them bad people, but they're well known to be haunted. I reckon if we bring you along and you can just say, come on, let's play, I reckon I will have some good fun. Here, this is why me and the big fella are here, to get you out to the world. Look, people need to hear this from you.
That's it.
We don't hear this. This is why me and the big fella got Batman and Robin, we call ourselves now. He's Batman. He's Batman. Here we go. Robin apparently. So
I don't mind being Robin, Jay.
Oh, mate, I'm not Batman. Tell you right now. Let's get your story out there. I mean, I think Cortez is going to do a wonderful video of this, and just tell us a bit more about what you do. Are you a practitioner yourself, or?
Well, I'd like to, but it's like I've never studied Reiki or anything like that ever. I started all of a sudden I started doing these prayers and stuff to people, and it'd be like on the other side of the world going, oh my God, I really felt that. And they said, where did you get your Reiki's license? My sister was ODing in a nightclub, and we got her to the car, and we knew we didn't have time to get her to the hospital. And I was 21, and but I always had that in the back of my mind. You're a healer. You know this. You know this. And I got in the back seat. I said, I got this, Patty. That was my sister's name. And she said, no, don't do it. She goes, you can't take that in your system, because I didn't have control over my healing at the time, right? I said, no, I'll give it to the universe, And she goes, don't do it. And I did it. And it's like, there was a witness there that, let's just say that chick stayed freaked out for a long time, because it was like I cured her instantly. But it's like my eyes rolled back in my head, the shaking happened, it was wild,
But fucking amazing, Pam.
It worked though.
What the fuck?
It was just like, yeah. I was always having visions of my sister. I could literally hear. One time she was in a helicopter that was going down. It was almost crashed. I heard the helicopter like it was coming down on my bed, 3:00 in the morning.
What the fuck, Pam?
Oh yeah. No, that's a bitch. That's the kind of skills. But I've had these skills. I used to wake up in the morning and say, "Oh yeah, Dad, I seen this last night." He goes, "This is live time." It was like that famous FBI shootout. I forgot what it was, 70s, 80s. Well, I watched the whole thing play out hours before it happened. In my dreams, right? And I tell him, my dad, yeah, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. He goes, "This is."
So do you pick? Okay, I'm staying on for a little bit longer. Right, a little bit longer. I'll live. Right, I want to know. All right, you said about pirates with us, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, what are you? Why aren't? Okay. I ask you, why aren't you? What about being a psychic medium of some sort? Because obviously you could see the future of some. You could obviously see the future. So what have you decided to go down that path with doing it, or what? Where are you at? Where exactly are you at?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I will now, but my whole life I was put on. I was on the down low. Does that make sense? And it's I knew.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's like it because okay, look, here's one. When I was 16, or 15, 16, I was locating nuclear weapons for somebody in my sleep, and I don't know who.
What the
fuck? When you're visioning where Russia's got all their nukes, you don't tell a fucking person. You just do it quietly.
Holy shit.
I had a fucking strange life, But
so why are you working for the feds with looking for the missing people and stuff like that? I'm being serious. I say a friend of mine.
Oh yeah, I did that for a friend on Facebook, and we located parts of his brother. But it was I had to back out of it. No, because it was like I don't want to get into too much of it because basically it was like a biker gang involved, and I got names and everything, and I was like, whoa, backing out, because I rode with some bikers in Louisiana, so it would be, it'd be Clash of the Titans. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The thing, there's nothing you can do to the person. I trust my intuition. I trust what I know. It's not, you know what I mean? It's about knowing. It's just about knowing. It's just not second guessing. Just say, you know what?
Wow.
Yeah, you're a spiritual badass. Know this. Know what you can do.
100%.